Hey Wolf, I decided I existed today. Also, we're stuck in space, I think. It's kind of hard to tell when you have no landmarks for reference. I know, I'm working on it. Alright, guess I'll be reviewing then. What the? Who left the holodeck on? Ah well, this works. Anyways, this review has been in the idea pit for a while. Ever since it was brought up on the top 10 worst video game adaptations, I think it deserves more justice than it was originally given. So we're going to look at all of the parts individually of the, air quotes, movie. Here is Halo Legends. First part, Origins. Honestly, this one isn't that interesting of an episode, but I still need to get it out of the way. This takes place between Halo 3 and 4 while John is still sleeping. Cortana narrates the origins of the Flood, humans, and the Forerunners. One of these things is not like the others. Hell, take one out and you have part of the Book of Genesis. Or the Book of Scientology. Cortana also has a sort of existential crisis as she possesses information about the universe and its past but questions what is real. After all, she is 7 years old, which is longer than the average AI.
Invention, aspiration, and war. Always war. The oldest, most enduring of human practices.
Ah, yes, war. The most talked about parts of history in both reality and science fiction, because man only knows war. Unless we get the original Halo theme during this opening. As we can see, the first civilization, the Forerunners, the Flood crash into their planet.
An unstoppable force, an unquenchable thirst.
Yes, so unstoppable that Halo 3 is the last time we see them. Seriously, the Flood were such a great enemy type, but they don't make any appearances anymore. I'd love to see them return. Even if they terrified me back when I was playing Halo Combat Evolved. And yes, they are most likely called the Flood in reference to the Flood in the Bible, a massive force that could not be stopped, but only avoided by Noah and his Ark. In Halo, they are an alien hive mind that want to conquer and control the universe, basically creating a sort of zombie apocalypse. The Flood quickly expanded on the Forerunner planet, and by God they keep their ugly appearance. Look at these things, they are terrifying! And apparently when they infest, they gain the intelligence of the creature. So that explains how they can wield guns and energy swords in later games. So, the Forerunners, who for some reason have to wear helmets even though they're on what I can assume is their home planet, are revealed to exist.
The Forerunners were a wise, highly intelligent, noble people, and with a belief in justice, in peace, they bravely faced the adversary.
If they ignored the Flood and lost to it, I don't think they're that wise, or would that fall under the intelligence score on my D&D sheet. So they wanted to kill the Flood, and were left with Cortana filling in what may have happened during the Flood-Forerunner War. And it looks pretty good. Apparently the Forerunners' guns also consisted of weird-looking pistols that are better when they cross the streams. But for some reason, the animation of the Flood taking over the body seems very different from what happens in the games. In the games, the little Floodlings, as I like to call them, jump and latch onto a target and seemingly implant or infest themselves inside to most likely grow Flood cells and take over that way. The animation seems to just have them pile on. Of course, the Forerunners, one of the wisest beings in the universe, come up with a plan to defeat them. Blow everything up. To do this, they used the Halo devices, which are basically giant satellites that can deliver a massive blow.
It was called Halo, an array of weapons scattered throughout the galaxy. Its effect would spread throughout known space, destroying the Flood and every thinking creature in the galaxy.
Wait, what? So, yeah, the Forerunners just commit mass genocide on a universal scale, and that is never talked about. I can't even say history is written by the victors, because all the Forerunners are dead while the Flood comes back in the original trilogy of games, as well as other thinking creatures. Oh no, not the discount Ewoks!
1,000 other plans were tried and failed. This was the last resort. Halo.
So what Cortana is saying is that the name of the game refers to an event in which all sentient life was eliminated in a mass extinction event. Yeah, hope you remember that the next time you play a game. However, the Forerunners somehow had DNA in cells of all species kept safe and spread those to repopulate the universe. And I'll give them credit, at least they didn't build giant machines to kill half the population every 10,000 years to stop different species from killing each other. So, life was destroyed and revived because of the Forerunners. So where are the Forerunners now?
But the Forerunners themselves were gone forever.
What? How? Did they not keep DNA of themselves? How did their post-flood survival plan go? So, as per usual, the flood is expanding, but we have devices scattered across the universe to kill everything to starve the flood. Ah, yes, the Halo devices. What is a Halo exactly? It's a symbol that will be associated with one of the species' religions in the future. Something about a symbol of holiness or a deity. You know, the normal crazy things. So, as per the plan, we will kill everything. But we have saved the genetics of other species so they can repopulate. Good, good. So where is our genetic information? You see, we ran out of a budget and couldn't afford to save any of our genetic code. Do we even have a budget? How'd you get the DNA of other species without getting attacked? I don't know. Save our DNA before... Oh well, I guess nature decided the Forerunners shouldn't live. So, the Forerunners' legacy to the world is giving it life, but nobody will ever know of it. Kind of a sad story for them when you think about it.
For the great sacrifice was in vain.
Thanks, Forerunners. You died so that we could cause more wars to happen. But through war, we found how we could survive but also be destroyed. This is basically just saying, yeah, humans suck because they kill one another, but hey, at least there is a future for you. And then we get into the fictional history, where we just stopped killing each other and decided, let's go to space because of overpopulation, something we are already trying to do. I'm so glad that we fixed that whole religious wars problem as well as cancer. Yes, but now we should go to space. What? There are peaceful protesters outside? You know, the ones condemning us for intergalactic imperialism and burning down cities? Ah, they'll be fine. We'll just send them to space.
So you sought other worlds. Worlds where you could escape your addiction to destruction.
Okay, now you're getting a little too preachy, movie. Yes, it is in human nature that we have feelings like anger. Some act upon those and create conflict, others don't. And don't you dare look into my soul, random captain of space. Oh crap, I think I popped in Civilization Beyond Earth. Wait, that's just rapid expansion over the course of years. My mistake. But once again, war followed us and we see the events of Halo 2. Not even joking. The city looks almost exactly like New Mombasa from Halo 2. But then, a common enemy came back, which was apparently the Covenant. And thanks to the Covenant, we could put everything aside and fight against those aliens coming in and invading us. Why can't the Covenant be more like the Reach?
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Old G. Gordon's gone soft on the spacemen. But don't you see? This is exactly how aliens should come to Earth. Knocking on our front door, not sneaking in the back.
And, of course, the Flood also came back, and humanity teamed up with the Covenant to stop the Flood in Halo 3. So, yeah, Part 2 kind of just became, let's recap the entire Halo series after briefly talking about human nature and war. There is one thing I do find interesting, though. They talk about war as this negative thing that will happen no matter what, which is kind of true. But then later talks about how war unites forces. The Covenant War united all of humanity, and how the Flood's return united the Covenant and humans. I guess ISIS finally decided to help Christians and Jews defend Earth in the future. And so, we return to where John and Cortana left off, with Cortana being able to project herself in a full human-sized body, spoiling Halo 4. She also hacks the Halo or something, which never comes into play at all in Halo 4. Seriously, Halo 4 almost feels like a side story, if anything. And that was Origins Part 1 and 2. How does it fare? It's not that bad. Okay, the first part is not that bad. It gives the or an origin story of the Forerunners and their war with the Flood, which paints the Forerunners as kind of dumb at parts, like not even having a backup for themselves to survive. Then the second part is just a bit of preachy bullshit about how humans will always start wars, warriors will never die because there is war, and war can lead to alliances because of a common enemy. However, I do like that this is from the point of a view of a corrupted AI, whether it be because of Gravemind, Guilty Spark, or just age. But with Halo 4 set after this, there's a bit of a disconnect because of its ending. If you don't know, Cortana sacrifices herself to save John in it, but Halo 5 says fuck that and makes her evil. Personal opinion, Halo 4 had a good ending. It was a sad farewell to a character we were attached to, but the death wasn't forced. These first parts score a 6 out of 10 because of what I've said about them, but also because the animation is pretty good and it is informative on some of the missing lore, but it is just too preachy, or it just wants to be this intelligent art piece. I'm Wolf, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!